Hey guys, I just received a comment on a video, and the comment was left by Jeff Neville, and he says, well, I just subscribed to your channel earlier this week and I didn't start watching for any of those topics. I was interested in the analytics breakdown that you did on Sarasota Tim / blindviews videos. I'm enjoying your videos, Kevin. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. And with that being said, let's dive into another analytical deep dive and review, because the numbers don't lie, folks. And the numbers don't lie with the amount of interest right now behind the feds investigating and pulling data of users who watched certain videos here recently, the shipwreck that has created massive problems for Baltimore, Maryland, and now the controversial lawsuit and investigation into Diddy, and even some craziness that I've seen here recently of some MD, some doctor engaged in sex crimes during colonoscopies. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Be that as it may, we're going to save that for another day, another topic, another video. Perhaps maybe Squirrel Tribe will bring you guys the latest, as I know she's working on a video right now for you. But I just like looking at the numbers, guys. And this is mainly driven by my interest and curiosity in the platform, the algorithm, YouTube in general, social media, growing businesses, which this is a business, growing channels and helping others do the same, growing them or helping them prevent their demise and collapse and failure. And I see it. I see it all. I see a lot of it. I don't see all of it, but I see a lot of it that YouTube shows me. And I see how some folks are trying to gain a better understanding of the function of this data, the numbers, and quite possibly even making the fatal mistake of comparing themselves to other creators, which, yeah, I just wouldn't do it. Be that as it may, you do you. I'll take a page out of Squirrel Tribe's book and say, you do you, boo. But seeing someone else do something and then trying to copy it may not necessarily always work. It may not. And at the end of the day, you want to create a level of satisfaction for the viewer to make them want to come back and watch more. Make YouTube want to show your video to more people, which ironically, sometimes in order to do that, you have to provide them with something that you would think wouldn't necessarily satisfy them, which is exactly what they need to be satisfied. Mind blown. A little bit of backwards thinking, but there's a lot of psychology behind the click. And in essence, you got to get them to click first. But then once they click, you got to get them to be interested in staying, engaging, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. And as we talk about subscribers, let's look at the numbers. Because Sarasota Tim, according to Social Blade, I'm going to use Social Blade here because I've used Social Blade in the past. And I'm going to continue to use Social Blade as some sort of constant when analyzing and comparing these variables. And I noticed something very interesting today that I actually mentioned just the other day, but I noticed it today after having read the comment from Jeff and how he said he subscribed. Well, let me ask you guys a question. How do you gain subscribers? How do you get subscribers? Okay, let's break it down. By asking them to subscribe, maybe offering some sort of incentive for them to subscribe. These are probably really good guesses that you've probably thought to yourself, yeah, that's how you get subscribers. Or maybe you're thinking to yourself, just make good videos. Just make good videos and they'll subscribe, right? Well, you're not wrong at all. But there's two ways, really. You can ask, and this is something that I recommend no one do. You can ask friends and family to subscribe to your channel after you've started it, and you will gain subscribers. plain and simple. You can even go out into the comment section of other people's videos and ask for a subscribe for subscribe, like for like, follow for follow formula, whatever. Terrible idea. But if you don't do those things, you'll never get any subscribers until YouTube shows your video to people who would potentially be likely to subscribe. That's it. If YouTube never shows your video to potential subscribers, you will never get subscribers organically through the means of YouTube's impressions and suggested and on the home screen, recommended, up next, or even in search, because YouTube controls the ranking system in search. And remember this, guys, browse will die, but search will last forever. Maybe. I don't know. I'm making this up. However, when I look at these numbers, it's pretty clear. It's pretty obvious. And I got to say that despite the amount of videos and the volume in which Sarasota Tim continues to upload on a regular basis, in addition to comparing these views and numbers on the surface level, and myself thinking, you know what? He did a good thing with this boat video because the views were theoretically up on this boat video. But I'll actually show you another channel. And this channel is, the channel we're going to look up is the Topher. Okay. And the Topher has 700,000 subscribers, 701,000. And if we look here at the Topher, and here's something that a lot of people don't know, okay? And let's see here. I'll pull this up and show you guys something. Here that F-350 Tennessee road trip begins. So the Topher's got 701,000 subscribers, and if we just look over his last few videos, okay, and I like the Topher, by the way, not like that, no homo, but his last video got 14,000 views, 45,000 views, 52,000 views, 34,000 views, 14,000 views, 55, 57, 59, 34, 118,000 views driving a 2024 Toyota Prius Prime. And before that, a 2000 Lexus LX 470 with 290,000 miles. But before that, a 2023 Honda Civic Type R, brutally honest 1-year ownership review. And then we see the dip back down to 29,000 views on the 2024 BMW X5 M60i. Now, this is very, very interesting because I would look at this channel and I would say, all right, I need to go out and I need to go get me a 2023 Honda Civic Type R and do a brutally honest review on it because it got the most views, right? But besides that, his views are pretty modest considering he's got 700,000 subscribers. But when we look at his Social Blade ranking, it tells a completely different story, with him averaging nearly over 8 million views in the last 30 days, which is actually up 2.4%. This tells me that YouTube is continuously showing more and more and more and more of the Topher's evergreen content and his older videos to people every single day that aren't super interested in just one vehicle or driving review, but a lot of them, a lot of different ones. And you're never going to have that real standout video besides the Type R video, maybe. But for the most part, he's slow and steady and he's winning the race. He really is. So if you were to then try to apply this logic and looking at Sarasota Tim and saying, well, you know, his views are pretty consistent, but to see him get to see him get 7,600 views in a day on this, well, the boat ride didn't exactly work out, you would think he's onto something here. No longer, and I haven't watched the video, so I don't know what the video's about really, but no more of this monotonous gas station morning routine, coffee, chit chat, and motivational, sermon or whatever it is. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't watch. But you would look at it and say, maybe he's onto something. But here's the secret. Here's the kicker, okay? Because the numbers don't lie, as I said. And from the basic fundamental element of the comment that I received from Jeff this morning that says he subscribed, that means that YouTube showed him my content. YouTube showed him my video in order for that to happen. And I don't think that YouTube is really showing anyone. Let me take that back. I don't think YouTube is showing very many people Sarasota Tim's content from the sole point of him only receiving 100 subscribers within the last 30 days, which is actually down 91.7%. So that to me tells me, without having access to Sarasota Tim's specific YouTube studio analytics, that YouTube is really only showing his content to his existing audience. And this is probably why he receives so many views that are relatively the same, because it's more than likely the same group of people tuning in to watch him consistently without any real growth. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you're now working a prison job, because in essence, you're never going to have the upside and ability to scale and grow and increase your subscriber count, your reach, and most importantly, your views and your earnings. I just don't see it happening, okay? Not with the way that things are going right now. Just my opinion. Looking at it from just this perspective of not having the ability to gain subscribers. Maybe YouTube is showing his content to a wider audience, but then this is also very telling that YouTube is showing your content to a wider audience and they're not subscribing. And in fact, they're subscribing 91.7% less in the last 30 days than before. Whereas in comparison, if we pull up blind views, then we can see here that blind views has gained 1,260, 1.26K subscribers, up 67.1% in the last 30 days. Now, this is actually pretty ironic, considering that blind views is quite possibly gaining subscribers off of the search term being Sarasota Tim YouTube video today, or whatever search term YouTube's throwing out there. And blind views is gaining more subscribers from the reach of the content creator who's actually getting less. Does that make sense? So again, blind views is winning in this scenario in regard to how many subscribers are gaining. And this also comes down to YouTube showing their content, or his content, blind views, YouTube providing blind views as videos with impressions and reach, up next, home screen, browse, recommended, and the viewers being satisfied to subscribe. This is an amazing comparison to see the difference here, and how many other people are actually taking advantage of this, and this search term being Sarasota Tim, with the actual Sarasota Tim getting the short end of the deal. And again, like I said, the only way for this to really stop is for Sarasota Tim to stop doing what he's doing. But odds are I don't see that happening anytime soon. But this is all in fun. It's just YouTube. That's all it is, folks. To some, it's not even a real job. So what does it matter anyway? But if you guys enjoyed this, then let us all know, whether it be me or YouTube and the algorithm. But also, if you enjoyed this, really let me know by telling me, would you like me to do any other channel comparisons or breakdowns of the analytics of their subscriber gain or loss, their view counts, their potential earnings and revenue, and where their channels are going moving forward. So I think that could be a little bit of a fun little game that we play here, and we just compare the numbers, and maybe we can keep this on like a rolling tally, and then we can look back on these numbers weekly or bi-weekly or monthly to see where they ended up, what changes have been made, and maybe see how closely I was to guessing and predicting based on the numbers and the potential patterns, forecasting and foreshadowing what would happen next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye. I can tell you my problem. Oh, and if you are interested in taking advantage of the opportunities that exist on this platform by using YouTube as a way to grow your business through digital media, then by all means, feel free to reach out and contact me. I would love to have a conversation and chat with you.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler.